Welcome back students to the part 2 of today's session. In this module we will discuss about thermal expansion. The increase in size of a body due to the increase in the temperature is called thermal expansion. Three types of expansions can take place in solids, that is linear, superficial or aerial, and volume expansion. Now let us discuss about these three in detail. First one, linear expansion. If the solid is in the form of a long rod, then for small change in temperature delta T, the fractional change in length, that is delta L by L, is directly proportional to delta T. Delta L by L is proportional to delta T, or delta L by L is equivalent to alpha L into delta T, where alpha L is known as the coefficient of linear expansion. Second one is superficial or area expansion. The increase in surface area of the solid on heating is called superficial expansion. Third one is volume expansion. The increase in volume of the solid on heating is called volume expansion. Here also, the change in volume delta V divided by the original volume V will be proportional to the change in temperature delta T, or delta V by V is equivalent to a constant into delta T, where the constant is alpha V, where alpha V is known as the coefficient of volume expansion. In the graph, you can see a plot between alpha V and temperature. You can see that as the temperature increases, alpha V increases linearly at first. Then after a particular point, it will remain a constant. Now let us discuss about the anomalous behavior of water. Water shows some exceptional behavior that when it is heated at 0 degrees centigrade, it contracts instead of expanding, and it happens till it reaches 4 degrees centigrade. The volume of a given amount of water is minimum at 4 degrees centigrade, and therefore its density is maximum. After 4 degrees centigrade, water starts expanding. Below 4 degrees centigrade, the volume increases and therefore the density decreases. This means that water has a maximum density at 4 degrees centigrade. From the graph, which is a graph of volume versus temperature, we can see that it has got a minimum volume at 4 degrees centigrade. On either sides of it, whether we increase the temperature or if we decrease the temperature, the volume increases. The advantages of anomalous property of water is that because of this property of water, in lakes and ponds, water freezes only at the top layer, and at the bottom layer it doesn't freeze. But if the water freezes at the bottom, then the animal and plant life would not be possible. So from the previous slide, we have seen that water has got a minimum volume at 4 degrees centigrade. It means that it has a maximum density at this particular temperature of 4 degrees centigrade. So here is a plot of density of water and temperature. From the graph, we can see that the density of water increases as the temperature increases. It reaches a maximum value at 4 degrees centigrade and thereafter it decreases. That is, density increases as its temperature rises from 0 to 4 degrees centigrade and density decreases after 4 degrees centigrade. To derive a relationship between alpha L and alpha V, we are supposing that we have got a block of cube which has a length L, and suppose if its temperature is increased from T to T plus delta T, and as a result its length increases from L to L plus delta L. Then according to our equation for alpha L is equivalent to delta L by L divided by delta T, or alpha L into delta T is equivalent to delta L. Also, as the temperature increases by delta T, volume also increases from V to V plus delta V, where delta V is the change in volume, which can be written as delta V is equivalent to L plus delta L whole cube minus L cube. By solving, we get delta V is equivalent to 3L square delta L by neglecting delta L square and delta L cube as they are very small compared to L. Therefore, delta V is equivalent to 3V delta L by L as we had substituted from the above equation, or delta V is equivalent to 3V alpha L into delta T. That is, we have given a substitution for delta L by L from the first equation, which gives alpha V is equivalent to 3 times alpha L. This is the relationship between coefficient of volume expansion and coefficient of linear expansion. Now coming to the concept of thermal stress. Mechanical stress induced by a body when some or all of its parts are not free to expand or contract in response to change in temperature can be called as thermal stress. That is, when an object is heated or cooled, either it expands or it contracts, but if for some reason, if the object is not allowed to expand or contract, under that case, mechanical stress is induced in the body, which is known as thermal stress. For example, while designing structures like concrete highways, gaps are left which are filled by some flexible material so that concrete is allowed to expand or contract. So dear children, you might have got an idea about the various types of thermal expansion. Thank you, dears.